Hey guys, I am still on my way. What is up, guys? So let's talk about some practical ideas on how you can balance work life, bike life, and family life. Alright, so obviously on the weekends for most people, that's when you get to do your bike life thing. As I mentioned in my last video, I work a lot of the weekends, so it becomes even more challenging because on the weekends that I'm not working, I got to be there for my family. Of course, I love doing stuff with them, and I actually want to. So it's more of a, I'm torn. And hopefully that's, you might find yourself in a situation like that too. But anywho, how to balance bike life and work life and still get a lot of seat time. So, one idea, of course, is to commute to work by motorbike. I know a lot of, not everybody can do this, but I'm lucky. I get to commute to work, and so I ride about 50 kilometers a day, and yeah, it's the same old commute most of the time, but it is really nice scenery. It's beautiful. It's along the river, long straight stretches. I wish there were like some twisty roads in there, but I'm pretty happy. You can't complain. So that's one way you could get seat time. Like maybe you can. It doesn't have to be every day that you commute to work by motorbike, but maybe you could throw in a day or two of that. Another idea is if you do commute to work by motorbike and you're pretty busy and you can't take long rides, try taking some detours on the way home. Try to take a new route home or a new route to work. Get out a little bit early, leave home a little bit early, and explore a new road before you get to work, or get home a little bit later and explore a new road on the way back. That's one way. Also, another idea is you might not be able to take like really long epic road riding days all day like you used to, especially if you've got if you've got a young family. You might need to be on call a bit more, and it might be harder to work out a full day ride. This is just speaking from my experience, right? Like it's been harder for me to work out a full day off, because ideally you want to give your wife a full day off too from time to time so that she can just really relax. But the reality is that it's harder to do that, but it is easier to work out half days, like a half day for her to go and hang out with her girlfriends, and go out drinking or do some shopping and all that sort of stuff, and it's easier for her to give me a half day to go out riding, and I'll gladly take those half days. Even if I can't get a full day, that's fine. I'll get up early and get out riding. So kind of like today. Today's a half day ride. I've got work in the afternoon, but and then another idea is something that I did recently is like, when you go on vacation with your family, if you can rent a bike on location. Is it Golden Week? No, during spring vacation, I took my family to Yamanashi, visit a friend there. We stayed at their house, and then I rented the Ninja there, and we went out riding around Mount Fuji, and that was cool. So, like, it might be hard to take your bike all the way out there because, it's easier to travel in one vehicle together. You're all, it's kind of a fun experience. You don't get to do that whole adventure thing with your family together, going there, and then, you spend a family day there doing fun stuff with the kids, go to the park, picnic, all that sort of stuff, and then you get a day with the guys, and you get to ride a new bike. If you rent a bike, you can get to ride some different bikes, which is kind of a fun thing. I can smell the mountains off in the distance. Won't be too long now. Yeah, having a good balance, keeping your wife and your kids happy, and also getting enough riding time that you feel, you know, you need or deserve. It's really tricky. It's not easy. I think the important thing is like really good communication, and also making sure that they, you know, your family feels loved, and like when you're there, you got to be present. It's not easy. It's tough, but you know, can't always be staring at your phone, looking at bike photos and all that sort of stuff. I'll tell you one thing, my wife wants me to, like, she's like always like, well, you take more photos of bikes than you do of the kids, and actually that's not so true anymore. I take a lot of photos of the kids. They need to know that you feel they're loved, that they're cared for, and you know, when it comes time for you to go and do your thing, I think they'll be a lot more understanding. Those are just some ideas on how to balance work life and bike life. I think one of the big things for me was just kind of an adjustment in expectations. Like, you know, I can't expect to ride whenever I want and for as long as I want. This seems really, so I don't know. And I gotta just enjoy the time that I do get with my family, and I really do. I actually really do. There's a lot of fun things and cool things that I'm looking forward to doing with them too. Alright, but one last point on bike life and family life. If you do it right, this is not like a super success story, but you know, if you do it right, if the time that you spend with your family is quality and they feel that love, like for example, I read bedtime stories with my boys at night, we do awesome stuff when we can. Some weekends I won't ride and it's all about the kids, all about the family. Rock climbing, camping, picnics, and you know, all that sort of stuff. They'll make allowances for you to go, and it'll be a lot easier to get that time off. And like, so today I have work in the afternoon, but it's also sports day, which is Undokai, which is like the big sporting event for at the school and the kids, and usually all the dads and moms are out there, you know, baking in the hot sun, out around the track field rooting for their kids as they run laps and do interesting competitions. But my wife's like, sure, go ride in the morning. Go ride in the morning before your work. And I know, I don't think she would have said that before in previous years. It's always like, even if I have work, I've got to go out there in the morning and like take a bunch of photos and, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's the typical, what you see a typical family doing out there on a Undokai day. And I mean, our family's not really into the whole Undokai thing and into the sports day festival. It's kind of cool, but you know, like once is enough kind of thing. And so if I've got work later on in the day, I just want to relax and do something fun. But it's really cool. Like if you do, what I'm trying to say is, if you do family life right, your bike life is going to be good. At least you'll be happy about it. I mean, for me, if things aren't right with my family, then I don't feel good about taking time off and just riding off, because those problems are going to be waiting for me when I get home, no matter how far I ride. And you know, sure, blasting down an empty open road and, you know, can help you forget some of those stressful things or whatever, some problems that you might be having at home. But then you still got to take care of it when you get back. So yeah. Anyways, leave a comment, guys. What would you, how do you balance bike life and work life? If you have any ideas or tips or suggestions on how to do that better, I'd really be happy to hear about it. And I think a lot of people out there too are faced with needing to balance bike life and work life and family life. So leave a comment below, smash that like button if you do like, and I'll see you guys next time.